Okay, I brought in well, early this morning I unboxed the cabinet. I got some help and brought it in here. It looks pretty good. I knew it was going to be a bit bigger than what I was hoping, but honestly, I really don't mind. I think the oversized look just helps well, number one, it'll give you more storage to put more crap in here. And number two, I think it'll just help maybe give the illusion of a wider space. Now, this is a bit close up against over the built-in that I did. To be honest with you, this door, I don't really access it that much and I can still reach in there. There's a bunch of crap in there that's like, if I do need to access it, I could just slide it over. I'm gonna do some quick cleaning and then I'm gonna try to start organizing other crap that I have on the other side of the room in here because I'm gonna do something over there. But yeah, it's a beautiful cabinet. I'm very impressed with the quality. Like, it's a combination of plywood and some solid wood, and the real oak veneer is truly beautiful. I believe it comes in like a shorter size and then in a white oak, natural white oak. This is the dark oak. It's got like a slight red undertone, but it's certainly a very beautiful piece. Kind of gives me Japan-y, like traditional Japanese joinery type of vibes. It's like a mid-century piece. It's a mid-century piece, but could also work with more traditional styles. They'll need to vacuum, but as you can see, the doors are like push. So you push it and then you can open it up. It's also got soft close, which is one of my favorite things ever. It's a little detail, but I think it's kind of cool. And then you can just open the doors. The drawers are a little bit like, there really is no pull or a little indentation or really anything to grab on. So you kind of have to grab it right here. Feels a little bit awkward. Like storage, closed storage is always preferred for me because, like I always say, hide the crap. Hide the crap. In terms of the wall here, I am kind of thinking about what I want to do. I kind of want to do a vintage, like print something interesting, but also I, of course, paint, so maybe I can do something myself. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to create something myself in time for the video that I need to do for this, but I might bring in one of my works that I still have. All right, since I already have it here, I know. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Over here, I have, of course, these windows. These windows are old. They need to be replaced, but that's not happening right now. So I did get some new roller shades for an upcoming little collab, and I think I'm gonna paint these windows since I'm already at it. I'm gonna remove the old blinds, and before I install the new automatic roller shades, mind you, it's gonna be kind of cool, I will be painting the windows. They're old, they're aluminum. I might as well do what I've been doing in the other rooms and just paint them matte black and add some window mullions. I wanted to just share that right now before the sun sets. Also, take a look at the little plants. It's becoming a bit of a problem, some might say. This is the latest edition. I think this is called Christmas cacti. It's so beautiful, these beautiful blooms that I think are finishing up. Do these bloom only once a year? There's also this one right here. By the way, these terracotta saucers are so beautiful. They kind of have that vintage antique look. These are available on the shop. They have this like mossy tone. And then there's also the saucers. This is the large one. There's also a shorter version. I will link them in the description. And then, let me see, that bowl is from Home Depot. Of course, can't forget the Maya Cemento pot, which I make these. I think right now there's only the charcoal available. I need to make some more. I want to do different colors, so, you know, stay tuned for that. For the purposes of the video, I've gone ahead and put some plastic wrap on the outside so you can't see outside, but there's normally no plastic wrap. Clearly that window definitely needs to be replaced. By the way, let's take a look at my fiddle leaf tree. I like to rotate it around because it's, well, over here we have another branch going on. It's getting big. When I first got this tree about 5 years ago, it was like this tall. It was dying on me, but surprisingly, I turned it around. Although some days it gets mad at me. And I like to rotate it ever so often to expose it to different lights. I'm getting a little concerned though. If it gets too big, what am I gonna do? Move? Would it branch out more? I don't know. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm not getting rid of it, but it's becoming a lot. These beautiful, beautiful leaves. And the thing about this tree is once in a while it'll drop a few leaves, but then this was from a while back. That problem is taken care of. So all of these new leaves are so nice and healthy. Here's my pot DIY. Do you remember that project? It was pretty cool. Some of the cement started chipping off because I kept rubbing up against it, and then the thing is I applied it when the pot was wet. And I do think I'm going to swap out the drapes. I do love these drapes. I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm just going to introduce something new into the rotation, something lighter. I want to kind of brighten up the space a bit, especially during this winter time. I feel like it's just so dark and gloomy. I want it to feel a little bit brighter, so I probably will do just a little bit of a kind of a living room makeover for the main channel, and probably introduce just a touch more color, and just a couple swaps to get it up to par, I guess, for early 2026. Low-key, getting overwhelmed. There's no time. Snap out of it. So I'm packing some orders. Actually, Mom and I are packing some orders. We normally do it in the other room, but you don't want to see the chaos over there. So I'm actually over here focusing on the artwork. I want to give a shout out to Ada. I don't know if you're watching right now, but thank you so much for purchasing my artwork. I feel honored that you have chosen some of my pieces for your home. So I am gonna wrap them up right now. Also, while we're here, I don't know if you're watching, but a little shout out to Audrey, to Marie, Juan, and Margarita. I really appreciate it. Just a few of the orders going out today. I'm back here. I am painting these windows. So I started painting some of the other windows, and I don't know why I did not do this sooner. It looks so much better and just modern and cleaner. You know, spray paint, you know, it's not that expensive to update the windows. Oh my goodness. I know. Chaos, chaos. Not to be the guy who's always like, oh, I saw this video on TikTok. But I saw this video on TikTok of all of these Dubai chocolate on sale at Costco. Are y'all still pretending to like Dubai chocolate? What's the deal with Dubai chocolate? Why is it so popular? Actually, I only tried it once and I hated it. I'm trying to be better about actually putting on a mask. Looking very good. All right, I'm just gonna call it a night and let this dry overnight. I'm gonna run the air purifier to get the smell out. It's not too bad. Welcome to the chaos. So last night I allowed the paint to dry and it looks so good. I ended up using flat black paint because I think it just reads more matte. If I use a matte, that it would have just a slightly more shine to it, but flat black kind of hides any imperfection and it just looks so clean. So I love the look. I'm gonna remove them. I did apply a few more coats last night and then like a clear coat. I left this thing on running all night. This is a purifier. I got it about, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. It does a really great job, and I was just running it on medium speed and there really is no smell at all, literally. So this is such a great little thing. I highly recommend if you don't want your house to have any lingering smells, maybe you have allergies, or if you just want clean air in your home. I probably need to replace the filter very soon, but this is a great little machine. I think it has like Wi-Fi connectivity or like an app or something. I don't know. I never set that up. I just manually turn it on and off. It's got a few different fans, speed settings. There's also the night mode. You can also do a timer. So it's a pretty cool little device. Highly would recommend it. I think it's like sold everywhere. I'll link it in the description. And honestly, it's not too loud. Even on the lower setting. There's also the night. You can turn off the lights. and then all that fun stuff. I'm low-key a little bit nervous. You know, removing tape is very satisfying. The only problem is putting it on. That's a pain in the... It's looking so much better already, but I'm not done quite yet. Next up, let's put on some window mullions. I'll be using some of this. I ordered it on the A to Z. I've used this in the bathroom, in my bedroom. It's just a great way to create that faux mullion look. They're peel and stick and they just go right onto the glass. And if I hate it, I can remove it later on. All right, gotta measure it out. As a reminder, there is some plastic on the outside just so that you don't see. What is half of 43? 21 and a half, right? Or 22? No, 21 and a half. The dog outside. 21 and a half, so that'll be right here. I'm using a dry erase marker right on the glass. I could always, of course, just remove that. And then I'm just using the level to make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so since this is the only window that opens and it has this, like, you know, I guess mullion in the middle, I'm gonna use this to determine the configuration or the layout for the rest of the window. So I'm starting here. I like to use a dry erase marker to mark out the spots, and then I'll just take the board here. That straight edge will help ensure that it goes on nice and straight. And then I'll just apply the molding like that. There we go. And then carefully that it goes on straight, using the straight edge as a guide and slowly peeling off the backing. Now that I'm getting close to the edge here, I'm gonna just kind of mark it up with my finger and then just cut it with some scissors. It's really easy to cut. Okay, that looks good. Just peel that up, stick it right on there. Now we can take our straight edge off, and there we have our mullion. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. In terms of application, as you can see, I got started on that one. I would apply the vertical ones first and then the horizontal. Of course, it's always a great idea to use a level, even a smaller one, if we want the grid to be perfectly 90 degrees. Hi, I am here running some errands with Mom. We went to the gym together, just waiting for her. She's at the bank. Anyways, yesterday I was, shaving, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what What if I just shave my mustache off? Look at this. What in the world? Why did I do this? I hate it. I look dumb. I don't know. And then yesterday I went to Costco and I was trying all the little samples and all that, which they had a lot yesterday, by the way. I got some chocolates. I need to get my hands on some of that new liquid IV, like energy stuff. I don't know what it is, but I need to get my hands on some of that. But then tell me why one of the workers, like giving the little samples, which he looked like he did not want to be there, by the way. He was like I think he was like in early 20s, late teens. Well, he was giving the little pre-workout thing, which I definitely got. He was like, that's not for you. This is not recommended for anyone under 18. Under 18? He thought it was under 18. I was like, oh, all right. Biggest compliment. And he wasn't saying it to be nicer. He was just like, did not want to be there. So of course I got that pre-workout stuff he was advertising. But I don't know. I don't really like the short mustache. I feel like I look dorky. What do you think? Do I look younger? Do I look older? I regret it. I'm gonna grow it out again. Hi, Gloria. Also, my skin's also starting to peel. I started applying this 2 weeks ago, about every 3 nights, and it's like starting to peel. Maybe it's working. This is the Lucent Facial Refiner from Aesop. Some pins to control the curls while it dries. I'm starving right now. And I need a coffee. Also, I can't with this mustache, or lack of mustache. I feel like I look weird. I can't get used to it. Doing a little bit of work here, editing a vlog, finishing that up to get that posted. You know, I think I've decided just doing a vlog every single day is just not feasible for me, given the workload that I have. Chaos. Just kidding, not as bad today. But I wanted to show you the window situation. As you can see, I finished installing the mullions. I actually ran out of some for the window in the office, so I ordered some. I think it's supposed to arrive tomorrow, but I was able to just manage through and finish with all of these windows. It looks so much better, and I think I should have done this sooner. So it's looking pretty great. Before I start installing the new shades, which they already arrived, I'm thinking of maybe doing like a fresh coat of white paint. They're looking a little rusty and crusty, so I think a fresh coat of paint will just make it look a lot better. It's a hectic week. New window, who dis? I was trying to say something else, but I can't remember. And this stuff is pretty forgiving too. Like if you mess up, you can pull it out and re-stick it so that things are nice and straight. Still gotta get these old blinds out of here. On another note, a couple new things that I recently purchased. I got these pants from the Walmart. Look at that. These are really comfortable. They were from the women's section, but sometimes, and you know what? I feel like they just get pants better sometimes. They fit a lot more flattering. The only problem is my gripe with, I guess, women's pants, what I've noticed so far is like, I think the pants seem to be allergic to pockets, or deep pockets for that matter. Like you can't fit a penny in here. These are so small with the pockets. Like, where do you put stuff? Maybe it's the bag industry that is lobbying against pockets for pants. But these are really comfortable. I'll go ahead and link them if you're interested. I mean, they're just pants. Anyone can wear them. Also got this nice new long sleeve. It's getting a little chilly. On another note, I got this really beautiful ring that has this like, I don't think it's stone, but it's this like yellow thing, and then it's silver. Excuse the rusty, crusty hands right now, but such a beautiful piece. It goes well with the jewelry here. Probably my favorite ring ever. I got it last year in New York. My friend and I, we were like outside the Met, and then there was this guy with a whole bunch of tables of like used jewelry. We spent like 40 minutes kind of just like digging through the tables of all of the jewelry. And I found this really like wonderful ring that was silver and gold. It wasn't too like annoyingly flashy, but in the center it had this like yellow, I don't know if it was stone or what it was. I don't know, is there yellow stone? But it was this like yellow kind of diamond-y thing. It was really beautiful. I love that ring, but I lost it recently, and I really wanted something that I could wear with like maybe gold or silver if I'm trying to like mix jewelry. So I think this is a beautiful ring. I don't really know that many jewelry brands, so I just like Google searched like a silver ring with yellow or gold, and I came across this. Actually just arrived yesterday. Not sponsored, nothing here is sponsored, by the way. If something's sponsored, I'll make it clear, but I came across this brand, never heard of it. It's called Caitlin Minimalist. Shout out to Caitlin Minimalist. They have some beautiful stuff. I don't know if it's like men or women's, whatever. Beautiful jewelry, and I found this incredible ring. I like how simplified it is. I would definitely recommend this if you like just like minimalist ring. I guess that's why it's called minimalist. Okay, I'm gonna just quickly finish this stuff up and then probably get started with the the cabinet that I have been talking about for the wall over here. Now this is the wall where I want to do like a tall cabinet. Also, I apologize about the lighting. It's a dark, gloomy day. We're working with what we have. For actually over a year now, I've been wanting to do like a tall cabinet here for extra storage, something with height. And now that I have the espresso machine that didn't work out in the kitchen for various reasons, I talked about it already before, I'm gonna make it into like a little coffee station, which is not ideal. I mean, this location's like by my office, but also the living room's over here. I know it's kind of awkward, but making it work. It'll be perfect for a little coffee bar and then also extra storage for other things. I think it'll be perfect. I found something on Facebook Marketplace that I need to unload and get started on. I'll talk about it more when I bring it out, but I just wanted to update you on that.